Hi, welcome to Detroit Media Leaders, the show that brings you news, information, and entertainment. I am your host, Sean Lee, and today's guest will be Calvin Colbert. He is the Executive Director at Detroit Impact, and he'll be telling us a little bit about that. How you doing, Mr. Colbert?
Great, Sean. Good to be here.
All right. Can you just start out by telling me a little bit about yourself?
About myself?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, again, I am the Executive Director of Detroit Impact, which is a 20-year-old community youth center located on the west side of Detroit here. Our primary focus is working with youth from the ages of 6 through 18. The program is broken into two components, 6 to 12, which is our Kids Club, where the overall theme is just be a kid. We want our young people to experience what it is to have the joy of fun learning and have some positive experiences in their life. That 13 to 18 is a leadership development component, which starts talking about we need to begin to do some career planning, some life skill planning, and we try to work with them and developing them to be those leaders that we need for our city of Detroit.
Okay, so from the ages of 13 to 18, when you talk about developing leaders, so what kind of programs are available for them?
Right now, we're really focusing and excited about our media arts program, which is teaching them the entire gamut of social media. The overall theme for that program is tell your own story. There is a lot of positive things going on in the city of Detroit, and especially with our young people. But in the mainstream media, we don't hear a lot about the positive things that young people are doing. So through the media program at Detroit Impact, we are providing them an opportunity to tell the positive things that young people are doing throughout the city. Media Leaders is one of those initiatives that show the skill level as we give our young people an opportunity to just show what they can do. And there are a lot of good things that are coming out of that.
Okay, that's good. So do you have any more up-and-coming programs, Detroit Impact, for more youth to express themselves?
We have our small business development. One of the things we're going to be looking at this summer is how do we show and teach our young people how to be innovative in creating jobs, creating opportunities for them to make money, because we know that there is a need for all of us to make some of our own money. So we have come up with a couple of ideas. We're looking at services that need to be provided throughout the community, and one of those services was landscaping. We know that the grass needs to be cut throughout the community. There's a number of senior citizens that now cannot, for whatever reason, physical or whatever, cut their own lawns. So we want to provide a cabaret of young people, develop them in the skills of how to manicure a lawn, and let them provide that service to the community. There was also another initiative that we're looking at, and that's providing fresh fruits and vegetables to the community. So we're looking at showing young people how to purchase those items wholesale directly from the producers, which is whether it's the farmers or from the distributors or wholesalers, and bring those fresh fruits and vegetables back to the community and make that available to our population.
Okay, so say if I was a teen and I was looking to create a job or basically start my own business, where do I go to find the services, these resources, for the information?
Detroit Impact is open on a citywide basis, so if any young person who is interested in doing some of these positive and constructive things can just come to the center. They can register that way. We are active in our community at Cody High School, for instance. That student population is available to us, and we get referrals from various other organizations as well. But the main thing is that we're looking for young people who want to be innovative, who want to demonstrate those skill levels that they have, and we want to help develop that and encourage them to use it in a positive way.
I understand. So tell me, what is your role in Detroit Impact? What is your role in the community?
Right now, I'm involved in various roles. I'm part of the Cody Rouge Alliance. That initiative entails how to, again, work with youth. I'm a co-coordinator for the Youth Council over there, and it's a mixture of students from the local high school as well as youth from the community. We do have an event coming up on the 19th of May. These young people are going to make a statement to the community. It is called community restoration. Restore versus destroy our community. Young people are saying that, one, they're not violent, and two, they're interested in having a safe and clean community where they want to live and go to school. So we are supporting our young people and them making that statement. So there's a press conference. The community as a whole will be doing a community cleanup that day, and we're bringing all of the organizations, faith-based, nonprofits, block clubs together to support our young people and them making the statement that we want to restore our community rather than destroy it.
Sounds like you're really busy.
We are.
So I was just going over your track record. Can you tell me more about this BOP?
BOP, Brothers on Patrol. Brothers on Patrol is an initiative that has been in place for almost 20 years as well, and that resulted from young people being attacked and assaulted on their travels to and from school. This was happening back in 1992 when we started. Back in that period, it was called jacking, and young people's lives were being taken over jackets, shoes, and other clothing items. And we felt that we had to become proactive in addressing that issue, so we began to monitor and patrol routes that young people took to and from school. That exists to this day. We still have students being assaulted, students' lives being threatened on a travel to and from school. So we initially felt it was the responsibility of the men of the community, and that's how we came up with the acronym Brothers on Patrol. It didn't exclude anybody, but it was reaching out to a segment of our community who we felt needed to be responsible for ensuring the safety of our seniors, our young people, and our women in the community. And it should be the responsibility of the men. But we all know that when we put the call out, we had some brothers show up, but we also had some sisters who always show up. So it is integrated now with both parents, community volunteers. The call is still going out to the brothers because we do want to show a strong showing of black men in the community, but it's not, again, exclusive to black men. We take any man who has our young people's safety at heart. But that initiative, as it has went over the last 20 years, we have seen great progress with that. And the heart of that is this: any young person who is seeking their education has a right to travel to and from school safely without being threatened for their life or assault physically.
Well, you heard it there from Mr. Colbert, the executive director at Detroit Impact. That's all we have for this show today. So stay tuned for next week. That's it.
For schizophrenic. I can relate to the silence now, because that crowded space room surrounded with that one person is me. Because I've grown used to being alone. And these here chains just won't let me go, hooked to each side of my head, north, south, east, west. I'm stuck wondering how the hell did I get here? My head is bloated while my nerves over-exaggerate in an intense shake. Not able to be still, because this is a true disturbia, because my eyes rage and yell, free me, and pours out sweat, efforts, struggling. I'm claustrophobic and can no longer control myself. I know now that I have really lost it. My mind empties, left with echoes. Me, Lisa. I separate myself because I can. Oh, so the distance is not acceptable now? Can't be still. That's not even an option, because it won't work. Paranoid, feeling to know you're stuck, but in your own man-made maze. Ironic, huh? I twitch, flinch, rock back and forth with my hands over my head and the look of disaster on my face. Help. But as stuck as I am, I'm free, because as we speak, I'm walking in circles. I've walked from room to room, corner to corner, but only to find myself stuck in each and every time. I'm caved in, hyperventilating, nervous breakdown, panic attack. But why? I don't understand, and I want to have nothing else to say. This could be noted at the end of to be continued, but as of now, I want this to end. And I don't want to have to bring it up again, because this here is my false schizophrenia. Hi, this is Jalisa Robertson with Detroit Media Leaders. There has been a zombie spotted in Miami. And no, this is not the name of a new horror flick. Based on years of movies and video games, people see zombies as flesh-eating, mindless, superhuman creatures that can only be killed by shooting them in the head. People even sometimes pretend to be zombies for fun. Zombies are in video games, movies, books, and even some songs. On May 31st, 2012, a report was placed about a zombie in Miami. The Miami zombie could affect us in Detroit. According to USA Today, there was a man who ate the nose, both ears, eyes, and entire upper face of a homeless man. And the shocking thing is they were both naked. It has been reported that the reason for Rudy Eugene, a 31-year-old man, to eat the 65-year-old victim Ronald Papo was a new drug called bath sauce. Eugene was shot 7 times before being killed by a police officer. The so-called zombie repeatedly growled at the officer. The drug named bath sauce is technically legal as of now and can be used anywhere, which is a mixture of cocaine and meth. Mr. Popo will need months of surgery, will be permanently disfigured, and will cost $100,000 to $200,000, but $2,000 in donations have been given to the cause, according to the Latino Post. In recent news, there have been other stories about human zombies in Maryland and New Jersey. In Maryland, there was a man named Cujo Bonsafo Angel Cody. A human carcass was found in his home, and he was never found. In New Jersey, there was more reported zombie-like activity. A man who cut himself open threw his innards at the police when they tried to subdue him. The pepper spray had no effect on him whatsoever. Yet another story was reported in Montreal. An identified man had a disemboweled body in a suitcase and admitted to consuming portions of it. So are people really turning into zombies? Or is it some kind of government conspiracy or scientific project going wrong? Did someone play so many zombie video games or watch so many zombie movies that they decided to come up with a drug to make this twisted fantasy into reality? Or could this just be a random coincidence that 4 people turned into freaks? The mother of Eugene and his friends said this could not have been predicted by any living soul. His mother said he was a good kid. So my final statement, please be careful. We are in a new age. This is Jalisa Robertson with Detroit Media Leaders, and this has been the news.